You get extra 50 tickets and put your bids at the auction table. So, are we ready with the video? Who's in charge of the videos? So, if I may have your attention, please. Folks, our first awardee tonight, our first legend award goes to Nancy Sanjanis. Let's just get your attention. So, I hope you all enjoyed your dinner. At our table, there were 2 people missing, so the 6 or 7 of us got extra portions. So I'm full up to here. It was very hard healthy tonight, so just make sure you get your steps in tomorrow, get your exercise, and you burn up those calories you ate tonight. So, ready, Nathan?
I'm truly honored to accept this award from Complete Care, a caring organization, a well-respected organization. And I'm also
okay, sorry we're having some technical difficulties, but I think we're all set. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce Nancy, I am pleased to welcome her daughter Jill. Jill, please come up and say a few nice things. Okay, Jill.
Nancy has done so many things over the course of her life. She graduated from Richmond High School in 1957 and has been the chairperson of her class reunion committee for over 60 years. Nancy spun many records as a DJ for WSNJ radio back in the 1950s and interviewed Patsy Cline and several other performers. She served as Girl Scout troop leader and as coach for the girls' Big South Softball League. Nancy worked several jobs, including managing the accounting department of Charles Funeral's office, Oscar Nursery, Packard Sales, and the Seabrook Housing Office. Back in the 1950s, she was the first person in Cumberland County to run the borough's bookkeeping machine. In 1963, Nancy co-founded Sanjanis Insurance Agency with her husband Anthony, and we are celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. Currently, Nancy is the chairperson of the Cumberland County Regular Democratic Organization, serves on the Democratic State Committee, is chairperson of the Rowan College of South Jersey Cumberland Campus Trustee Search Committee, and is an active member and serves as vice president of the administrative board of the Rosenheim United Methodist Church. Back in the 70s, Nancy paved the way for women in local government by serving on the Hopewell Township Committee for 15 years and by becoming the first female mayor in Hopewell Township and also the first female mayor in Cumberland County. She accomplished several things as mayor, But my personal favorite was when she brought cable to Hopewell Township in the early 80s, which meant I finally got my MTV. Nancy served as chairperson of the Cumberland County Utilities Authority Board of Directors for over 25 years, and as Commissioner of Registration for the Cumberland County Board of Elections for 12 years. She got involved in politics at an early age and has been a Cumberland County Democratic Executive Committee woman since 1965. She was campaign coordinator for Congressman William Hughes, legislative aide to Senator Raymond Zane, and has served as delegate for 4 Democratic National Conventions. She was the president of the Cumberland County Democratic Women's Organization and a board member of the New Jersey Federation of Democratic Women. Nancy has had the pleasure of meeting 9 of our nation's presidents. I have a funny story. About the time my mom and dad met President Carter. They were at a function for the president, and my mom said, "Now, Tony, when I get up next to Jimmy, please make sure you take a picture." So when she went up to greet the president, Jimmy gave her a big kiss back on the lips. And my dad did snap the picture. And now we have a lovely photo to prove it. Unfortunately, it's from the lips down. Nancy was honored as the New Jersey Insurance Woman of the Year in 1987 and Cumberland County Democrat in the year 2000. In 2008, she was honoree of the Ionic Chapter 15 Order of the Eastern Star. She was inducted as a charter member of the Cumberland County Women's Hall of Fame in 2009 and also received the New Jersey Association of Environmental Authorities Wave Achievement Award for Outstanding Utilities Authority Commissioner. Nancy was the Master of Ceremonies for All Broad Street Players 2007 Wally Awards and for the 2012 Cumberland County Seniors Have Talent Show. In 2013, Nancy received the Book of Golden Deeds Award from the Exchange Club of Bridgeton and the Francis Faith Sharp Award from the Bridgeton Area Chamber of Commerce. And in 2022, Nancy was inducted into the Bridgeton High School Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame. Nancy served on the Board of Directors of the New Jersey League of Municipalities, chairperson of the Cumberland County Commission on Women, president of Mutual Insurance Women, and president of the National Association of Insurance Women of Cumberland and Salem counties. She was on the Board of Directors for ARC of Cumberland County and a member of the Bridgeton Hospital Women's Auxiliary. She served on the Board of Directors of Woodland Country Day School, and through our agency, she has been one of the longest softball team sponsors at West Cumberland Little League. Nancy is dedicated, hardworking, kind, thoughtful, compassionate, generous, always willing to lend a helping hand, and she has a heart of gold. She has always been a very busy woman in our business, in government, and in our community, but she always found time to spend with her family. When I was young, she took me to the Kansas Zoo every day to feed the ducks. We went on countless bus trips up and down the East Coast and on yearly trips to Lancaster and Wildwood. As a matter of fact, she was so giving of her time. She would give up Mother's Day every year just to take me and a group of my friends to Great Adventure for my birthday. And trust me, my mother hated Great Adventure. She is devoted to her community, her church, and her family. She is a true leader, a role model, a mentor, and a remarkable woman of substance. I am so proud to be her daughter, and I am proud to introduce her as one of this year's Cumberland County legends.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. when I grew up and fell in love.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy and honored to have been selected for this award. And I'm also honored to have this award along with Dr. Bruccio and Mr. Gill. And thank you, Gill, for all you've done in the past for complete care. You cared about people and you worked for people who had less. And that's what it's about. It's wonderful. You know, I don't know what to say, but your daughter can get up and say those things about you, like she did about me. It just opens my heart, makes me so happy, because we have such a good time together. We've never had an argument, and I love her like she loves me. It's wonderful. And we all should do that with our family. It's very important. I thought of a few things. I know they have time problems, but I was born in Port Norris, but I grew up in the city of Bridgeton. And I lived at Potter's Tavern. And I like that one. And I went to Vine Street School, and I remember one day this girl says, "Oh, look at her, she's P-O-O-R." And I thought, what's that? I didn't know what that was. She said, she is here, there, she's P-O-O-R. So anyway, I went home and I asked, and I found out. Well, it wasn't easy being poor, and in those days there were a lot of people that were poor. But what I did, when I was 9 years old, I sold newspapers on the street of Bridgeton for Sheikh Levine. Many of you may not know him, but the papers were 3 cents each. I did that. I cleaned houses. I scrubbed floors. Did many things. And my 2 brothers and myself, we went in the old days. Many of you would not know it, but we jumped. It was called going around getting iron, bottles, whatever you had to do. And that's what we did. And believe it or not, we did it to eat, because my mother had to raise 7 children alone. So that's what we did, and then we'd get money to buy bread. And when it was summer, excuse me, Paul Ritter, but I went and visited those potato trucks, and I selected a few prime ones. So we had dinner, made sandwiches, and my mother made potatoes with gravy, the old stuff. So the thing about, I wanted to point out, you can be poor financially, but you're never poor in your heart. And that's what kept me going with the great mother that I had. So one of my goals when I was younger, and had people treat you a little different because you were poor, I thought to myself, you know, I'm going to work myself to pieces, and I'm going to make those same people someday stand up and be proud of me. And you helped do that tonight. I thank you very much. You helped me reach my goals. And I look out there and I see many, many friends, family and friends. And I'm so happy that you're all here. I'm so happy to see the faces and to know that I'm cared about. And again, that's very important. Also, now, I'm going to add a little thing about WSNJ. What I did, I had a Saturday night dance party, and I would go out to the fairgrounds, whatever was going on, and find people to be my guests. So I know many of you don't remember Marvin Rainwater, but he did, you know, gonna buy me a bluebird. But anyway, I went to the fairgrounds and I said, "Would you be my guest?" He said, "Sure." So he came, he was gracious, and he said, "I'm gonna play a record for you. I want you to play a record for me." This young girl, he said, I made a record with her, and I think she's going to be popular someday. And I said, okay, good. Well, it was Connie Francis. So I heard her very first record, and I have that record somewhere. I just don't know where it is anymore. And then I would travel around, being a DJ, and I went to Woodstown, and I introduced Patsy Cline, which was quite an honor also. And then I was asked to do an article in Teen magazine, and they took my picture in this thing. I talked about the records I played. And then I said, hey, you guys and gals, listen to me. So that was fun. And I interviewed also many local people in our Bridgeton, many merchants, because people didn't know each other. And so I would ask them to come be my guests, and they did. Also, there's probably no one here who remembers Sunset Kid did. He came one time also. But they were all very popular people and happy to have on the show. Now, I'd like to say I worked for, as Joe mentioned, Mr. Seabrook, not the frozen food, but Mr. Seabrook himself, in the Seabrook office. So when I first got hired, I was 21, and it was the first time you could register to vote. So my mother and her family all being Republican, my mother said, well, we've got to vote for Richard Nixon. I said, then I went to work, and Mr. Seabrook comes over to my desk. He says, hey, I just want to mention something to you, young lady. I said, yes, okay. Well, when you work here, you vote Republican, you know. I said, oh, okay, thank you. So I immediately went downtown in Bridgeton and found the Democratic headquarters. And behind my desk, I put all their brochures and their pictures. I figured, well, I'm going to be fired in the morning, but, you know, that's the way it is. So he goes to my desk, hey, young lady, I like you. So that was a good one. And another real quick thing, we have Republicans here and Democrats. I'll tell you a story about my husband. He and I did most things together like partners. We golfed, we did things, but his best friend was a man named Peter Shoemaker. I don't know if people know him, he had Shoemaker Dairies at that time. But anyway, he came and said, hey, Steve Whitlock, he says, there's a golf tournament coming up, would you come and be my guest? He says, well, what kind of golf tournament is it? He's also a Republican fundraiser. And Tony says, well, I'm the county Democratic chairman, wouldn't that look kind of funny? And he said, hell no. He said, you're my friend, that's what it's about. So Tony said, okay, I'll go. Well, what happened? He won the tournament. And they didn't know what to do exactly, but he did win the Republican tournament. So I think that's interesting. And presidents, people have asked me, what presidents did you meet? Now this just wasn't, hello, this was actually meeting the presidents. And my first one was Jack Kennedy. Lyndon Johnson, and I want to say about Lyndon Johnson, I did get invited to go to that in Glassboro. They had that summit with the Russian, I forget his name exactly, but I was there for that. Then I met Richard Nixon, and how I met Richard Nixon was, he was in Bridgeton at the Cumberland County Courthouse. He was there in place of Dwight Eisenhower. He brought his family, his wife and his family. So I got to meet all of them. I sat there and talked to them. And then Gerald Ford, he was a very nice person. You want me to get over something? It's a good thing. No. Just a couple more minutes, almost finished. So then it was Jimmy Carter, which Jill also said, and you should see that picture, it's quite something, but Jimmy Carter was a top great guy, wonderful man. And then Bill Clinton, well, when you meet him, you really see something. Quite handsome. Quite handsome. In fact, I met my sister Robin, and he says to her, how are you? And Obama, I met Obama. And I met Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump, this is interesting. Ed Salmon is here. Ed Salmon and I were at Trenton at the State House, and we were to have lunch with Donald Trump, Ed and I. Well, Donald came and said he couldn't make it because he was trying to get one of the casinos. So he never made it, but we met him and talked with him. And I'm happy that Ed Salmon is here today. I worked with him many years, wonderful man. And then Joe Biden. I met Joe Biden quite a few years ago. So they are the ones that I've met, and I was happy to have been able to be part of these 4 conventions, because I met a lot of other people through those years that were kind of important. So, this is what I can say. I'm really happy and thrilled that I was selected for this, and that I'm with people that I find to be legends out there in the audience. You're the legends, guys. I'm just happy I was able to perform some of the things I did. And if you all remember Red Skelton, when he ended something, he always said, God bless.
Pictures not ours to see. Can't sell. What will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask them, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich?
We're going to play a short video for you. Video with Nancy.
I'm truly honored to accept this award from Complete Care, a caring organization, a well-respected organization. And I'm also happy to be amongst 2 very great people, Dr. Mary Riccio and Gil Walter. And I appreciate them and I congratulate both of them. Helping women move forward has been my greatest contribution. I've always been out there to help women get them started, get them recognized, and tell them to never give up, work hard, and not give up. I'm also proud of the fact that I was part of starting our agency, which is now 60 years old, with my husband Tony, to help give good service and help other people. And I'm also happy that I was the first mayor in Hopewell Township, and the first mayor to get a $500,000 grant from Trenton, which was unusual at that time. And also I got an office building. I fought for these things and was able to get it. And also was able to get Hopewell and be cable. We did not have cable at that time, and I was able to get that. And I'm very proud to say that I was part of all those firsts, and I have a lot of other firsts that I've done. Cumberland County is a beautiful place. It has a lot of rich history that we don't think about. I think what we need to do in the future is talk about it. Tell people how much you care about Cumberland County. Let them know what is available in some of the offices. People don't know what's available to them to help them. So spend time talking about Cumberland. Be proud to live in Cumberland, and Cumberland is home to you.
Wasn't that wonderful? Another round of applause for Nancy. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, as long as we all get along. So my next great honor is to that's your favorite picture. Gil asked me to play the picture for him. But our next legend is Mr. Gil Walter. And to say a few nice things about Gil, you want to play the video first? We're going to play a little video for you first, and then we're going to have the award.
Well, the first thing I need to say is I'm honored. But you have to take into consideration that the Complete Care Foundation Legends Committee selects the Legends honorees. I've been a chairman of that committee for over 10 years. So the Legends Committee may have been a little biased. I believe true legends leave an imprint. They stay in our memory. When I think about legends, I remember honorees who were friends, like the Marinos, Harold and Gwen Gould, Tommy Lane, Gary Zimmerman, Austin Gould, Jim Quinn, and others. These are true legends. I believe Mary Gruccio and Nancy Sungenis are true legends. Well, I guess it has to be Complete Care and its services. In 2000, I was hired by Community Healthcare, later named Complete Care Health Network. Complete Care has made a remarkable contribution to the health and lives of South Jersey communities. We started with a couple of clinics in Bridgeton, and we grew it in quality and in access to health centers, caring for migrant farm workers and other health underserved families throughout Cumberland, Gloucester, and Cape May counties. I like to brag about my daring do at Complete Care. The truth is, the credit for Complete Care's accomplishment belongs to our amazing visionary board chair, Gwen Gould, to Curtis Edwards, and the scores of other staff believers. They deserve the credit.
I'm now going to ask Mr. Curtis Edwards to please come up and say a few nice things about Gil. He has some not so nice things, but he's only say nice things.
So they did say nice things, right? I know you're seeing a lot of those pictures, and I can tell you, when Gil was at Complete Care, there was a lot of things I had to do that I didn't want to do. I was part of a mariachi band, and I had to sing, and I had to do a lot of different things. So I left all that out of my speech, by the way. But I do have some nice things to say about Gil. So let me just go through this, and I hope I can get to it. Because Gil has done a lot, for the migrant population and for a lot of places he's been. He's been all over. I had 43 years of this. He's been an advocate for the underserved. So I definitely have taken on that, and Gil's been a lot to me. So let me start. So Gil has made a tremendous impact in the healthcare field, especially in the work of community and migrant health centers. For all you don't know, Complete Care Health Network is a federally qualified health center. We've been around for 50 years, and we're celebrating that this year. Gil has dedicated his life to providing high-quality care to some of the most vulnerable populations in our society. He has demonstrated an unwavering commitment, compassion, and dedication to improving the health and well-being of all families across South Jersey. And I say all families because, as you know, we have to take care of everyone regardless of their ability to pay. So when you walk into a Complete Care location and you don't have nothing but $1, we're going to see you. You will not get turned away at Complete Care. Page 2 of 50. They try to cut it short, Gil. You know how we do, we go on, we don't stop. So Gil cares for migrant workers and provided critical care to those who might not otherwise have access to health care services. His tireless efforts and unwavering commitment to excellence have earned him the respect and admiration of colleagues, peers, and patients alike. Gil is not only an accomplished healthcare professional, but also a kind and compassionate person who has touched the lives of our communities and their families. He has gone above and beyond to provide care, support, and guidance to patients who face healthcare challenges and language barriers. He has also been a leader and mentor to many healthcare professionals, like myself. And I know we do have some Complete Care individuals in the room who have basically served under Gil. You should please stand, because I want everyone to see that. Some people was here when Gil was here. I know, like Cheryl. Cheryl was a part of this too. Cheryl retired, but we all like to serve. We thank her to we got all the Complete Care folks in the back. Gil has touched a lot of people at Complete Care, and he still, to this day, is going off what Gil has taught us, which is a lot. He shared his expertise, his wisdom, and experience to help us provide the highest quality, accessible, and affordable care to our residents in the community we serve. It is an honor to recognize Gil for his outstanding achievements and contributions to healthcare, and especially to the work he has done at Complete Care Health Network. He is a true champion for the underserved populations, and his work has improved the lives of countless individuals and families. You know, at a glance, I wanted to basically go over a few things that we definitely will not ever forget at Complete Care. You know, Gil had 41 years of service in the healthcare field. 27 of those years, you know, was before Complete Care. You know, he basically was a director in Wisconsin at the migrant health program, and what he said is that's where he only got that job because he knew Spanish. I mean, that's what I think I read somewhere. You know, so he was the CEO of 3 migrant health centers in Florida. You know, think about that. Before he even came to South Jersey with the 27 years of experience, you know, he was there. He was with Complete Care for 14 years. You know, from 2000 to 2014, and like I tell everyone, I came to Complete Care around 2003. And I was only coming to Complete Care because I didn't have experience to get hired at Campbell Soup. You know, I went there first, and they said, you know what, you need some experience, so how about you go get some experience and come back. And so 20 years later, look where I'm at, I'm still here. You know, because the mission and what I was told, what I was taught working under Gil and what I learned, you know, like I said, some of the things I didn't learn, how to do more with less. You know, I think that was one of his quotes that he always told me, hey, you got to learn how to do more with less. I was like, that's impossible. But I think everyone learned that we have to figure it out, and we made it work. You know, we had 2 health centers at the time. You know, now when Gil left, we had 20. You know, so 20 health centers throughout Cumberland, Gloucester, and Cape May. So if you do the average, that's almost a health center a year when Gil was there. Man, you know how long it takes to build things and to sort of plan and with the architects and everything else? So imagine how he pushed them. 1 health center per year is what he averaged when he was at Complete Care. And look at the patients we served. I think it was 10,000 patients. Now it went to 60,000. You know, so the impact was tremendous. You know, over 250,000 visits. You know, so staff was working, staff was busy, and we were serving the populations we were here to serve. So we expanded our size, our scope. You know, we also met some nationally recognized standards of quality of care. You know, it's not all about seeing patients, you know, but if it is, you want to make sure that you have high quality. You know, because it's not all about the dollars, is what I mean. You know, so Gil made sure that it was Joint Commission accredited, and to this day, we're a patient-centered medical home. So that means we basically listen to our patients when we provide care. We want to work directly with the patients to make sure the care that they get is something that, you know, we work together. It's a two-way street. We all have to work together. We don't want to just be the doctor say, hey, go do this. You know, we want to have their input and make it work. It's proven across the country. We broke out the EMR and EDR when Gil was there, and the electronic medical records, electronic dental records, as you all know. You know, thank you, Gil. We still have those today, and it's very expensive, but we still managed to keep it. And the biggest thing that I'm proud of is that we're the 2nd largest health center in the state of New Jersey. I think Gil said it right. You know, it's not, you know, like I told myself, it's not me. And Gil, she said it's not him. It's definitely our staff that makes it happen. You know, we just take all the credit for it. That's what we do. You know, but they do need to be guided. And, you know, the fact that we're the 2nd largest is great. We're coming for the #1 spot. It's tough. You know, but we want to continue to serve Cumberland, Gloucester, and Cape May, and maybe possibly going into Atlantic or Salem County. You know, Linda Flake is in here from Southern. All right. So Gil has taught us all to always look at ways to improve care as well as to improve clinical results and outcome. As I tell everyone, Gil basically, you know, set the foundation, built the house, and now we're in it. And we're making sure that it stays that way. So thank you, Gil, for all you do. It's my opportunity now to introduce, I think that Ms. Betty, you got some things to say too for Gil. So only nice things. Yeah, I know that's right. And I wasn't going to say nothing about it too. If they said Betty have to say a word, I was like, I have no problem with that. So then let's bring Betty up to the stage.
Well, I'll start by saying, Gil's never met any presidents. What can I tell you? My book, what I like to tell you tonight, is Gil's story. Curtis took care of Complete Care, which I'm so proud of him for. But I thought, a very good friend told me it would be good to tell his life story because he
he had a hard childhood. His mother had him and his sister, they were twins, and she died in childbirth. And his father really wasn't capable of taking care of them. To make a long story short, they were both put in an orphanage. And of course his sister was really good, like all women are. But my husband, he kept running over. And they had to get him and bring him back. And it was very, very bad. He was always getting into trouble. He stole the other kids' candy. I mean, the stories he tells me, it's like, oh my God, I lived with such a life. Anyway, so, and then he was so bad in this, where he was, that they put him what they call Father Companion's Boys Town in Chicago. He lived in Chicago at the time. He was actually born in that area. And anyway, he loved Father Companion. He was up on the screen a little while ago. And Father Companion taught him, he tells me, don't feel sorry for me, because Father Companion taught him how to farm. They had a building, a lake there. He taught him how to fish. He's self-sufficient. And then Gil and one other member there bought a horse that they sold that they liked for $40. And Father Companion said they could keep it, but they had to figure out a way to feed it. Of course, Gil wanted to sleep with it, and Father Companion said, no, the horse will kill you in the middle of the night. So, and so to feed the horse, they raised crop, and then they had a food stand by the road, and they sold what they raised to feed the horse. And eventually, the horse was a wild horse. They broke the horse, of course, and they were able to ride it. And so anyway, but he was still getting in trouble. He was just a bad kid, always fighting. He was bitter. So he had, and he wasn't doing well in school at all. Anyway, so he had to go. His father, he was 15 now, him and his sister, and his father finally said that if they can come live with him, then they're old enough to kind of take care of themselves. And anyway, when he went to live with his dad, he was just always in trouble. I've gone to his class reunions and met some of his classmates that can't believe he turned out so well. They had him as less likely to succeed. He was always getting in fights. He took me to the town where he lived one time on vacation, and he's driving me past this drugstore, this auto mechanic place, and he says to me, that's where I used to siphon gas. And I'm like, oh my God. Then he goes downtown, and there's this old movie theater closed, and there's a drugstore right next to it. It's still open, this drugstore. So we go in there. It was very old-fashioned soda shop. And he's telling me how the movie next door, Mr. Paulus used to run the movie. And back then, the men in the movie theater wore suits. Anyway, and they used to always sneak Gil in through the exit and friends. And Mr. Paulus was always throwing him out. Anyway, to make a long story short, one day he went into this drugstore he takes me to, and he steals a pint of ice cream, and then he waits for it to melt, and he goes in the movie theater with his buddy, and they call Mr. Paulus up, and he throws the ice cream at Mr. Paulus. The reason I'm telling you this is because after all that, when he was in high school, and he was definitely headed in the wrong direction, but when he got in high school, he wanted to play football. He was very good at it, and the football coach, he had to take English to stay and play football. But the English class that he had to take was at the same time as football practice. So what he did was, what the coach did, was go to the teacher in honors English and told the teacher, can Gil come to your class because the other class is football practice and he won't be able to practice. And the teacher said, well, he's an F student. What's he going to do in honors English? So she said, all right, I'll take him, but this is a waste. Well, anyway, he went into the honors English class, and this teacher had him read about Shakespeare and other great people. And he turned out to be the best student in that class. He had never read Shakespeare or anything like that before. He absolutely loved it. And he turned out to be an A student in the class. Well, with that, this is great. Oh my God! They want to hear the story. They want to hear Anyway, when they found out he was smart, okay. Oh, jeez. That other teachers still came. This is a kudo to teachers, if there's any in this room. Other teachers still came under their wing when they realized that he really had a brain. And then he did really well in school. He got a scholarship. He went on to college, and he got a degree in English. He's an English major. Then he went to college again, and he got a degree in anthropology. And then when he started in the healthcare organization, he went and got a master's in public health so that he would do that well. And I'm just so proud of him for that, even though that was crazy. But anyway, I'm proud of him for that. He did well, and he loved complete care. I mean, he came from Florida, and who comes to New Jersey from Florida? Headhunters found him, and the rest is history. He interviewed for complete care. They liked him, they hired him. And one other great thing I want to say. Shoot that thing away. But one other thing I want to say. When he first started with complete care, they weren't doing well. They had had 2 or 3 centers and like 60 people. And so when he was able to give his staff the first raise, and he loved everybody, he could only get them 3%. And so then he went to the board meeting, and they liked him, and they said they wanted to keep him, and so they could give him 3 or 5%. And he said, I'll take 3% because that's all I could give my people. And I thought, you know what? I love this man, even though he drives me crazy. Anyway, I gotta go down.
Sorry, I had to rush it, but we've got a big agenda here tonight, so we've got to continue. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for the lovely words and all the love you shared. And now I think, Nico, you're going to be playing a little, or is Gil going to come up first? Why don't you
As you can see, Betty saw Charles Dickens' novel. She told it just the way I wrote it. Anyway, the only thing I want to add to that, Betty really has to get the last word, so I can't say a whole lot here. But I want to add to that is, I'm going to get this award, and as Curtis said, it's not for me. A big piece of it is for all the doctors and nurses and other healthcare people at Complete Care. By the way, who were the first responders just a few years ago in our epidemic event? Anyway, they're the ones who had the vision, the commitment, did all the hard work, and they made everything happen, and I'm getting rewarded for it today. But Curtis, I just want to mention, Curtis never mentioned my NFL career. He mentioned my Pulitzer Prize or Congressional Medal of Honor. The nice thing is you never mentioned my bloopers at Complete Care. Let me say too that I'm really proud of the women I'm basically being rewarded with tonight. That I'm standing next to you. Have you seen the brochure? Isn't it great? I'm right there between 2 remarkable women. I'm going to hang on to that thing and brag about it for you. Congratulations.
So thanks again, Gil, for all you've done and all the humility you have displayed tonight. So, last but not the least, we have Dr. Mary Gruccio, our third legend tonight. And Mary's children, William and Lauren, will be coming up to say their nice things about their mom. So, come on up.
My mom mandates that she participates, so we're going to have her just stand next to me.
You're the favorite, Willie. I'm also the face of the family, and he's the talker.
Anyway, we've had the pleasure of introducing Mom several times, but it really is an honor to be here tonight. You know, to give her and the others the title of legend for our great county. It's just really remarkable. So one more time, let's give them all a round of applause. I also want to thank all of you for your dedication to our community. When being considered for this honor, it goes without saying that all of the recipients, both past and present, all of those names mentioned tonight, clearly have displayed unwavering dedication and a lifelong commitment to our great county to make this a better place to live and work, and that's what it's all about. You can look at my mom's resume, her bio, her career, and one thing that you'll see that is very clear is that she's rooted here. She remains rooted here, and that was very important to her. It was important for her to take her talents and utilize them here at home. And she has passed that on to the next generation, at least me, maybe her. She has touched the lives of thousands of children over her career. She has inspired countless educators to pursue their passion. She has proven that you can be a professional, a leader, an elected official, a single parent, and never have to compromise your values, your beliefs, or abandon your goal of making your home a better place to be. The late Kobe Bryant said, "The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they are great at whatever they do." You have inspired everyone here, your family, loved ones, friends, and the community at large, and that's why you are legendary. Congratulations, we love you.
I'm going to break protocol for a moment. I'm going to have a picture taken with you two in the picture.
What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself,
Good evening and thank you so much. I didn't want to be the last one because then you look like a real schmuck, but I'll do myself. Anyhow, good evening and thank you so much for taking the time to be here tonight and share this evening with us. I'd like to thank the Legends Committee for all that you did to put this beautiful event together tonight and for considering me as one of your honorees. I would also like to extend my deepest congratulations to both Gilbert and Nancy for being recognized this evening as well. I am truly humbled to be recognized as two people who have given so much to our community. I would like to thank the Marigny family and the staff here for making this a wonderful evening. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my family and my friends who took the time to be here tonight with me. A special thank you to my dear Rose Skinny. For those of you who don't know Rose Skinny, she is my secretary while I was superintendent, and she helped me with everything. She always does. I told my children when I die, just call her. She'll have the pictures, she'll know where all my stuff is, and she can get it all in here for me.
Thank you also to Laura Marie and William Michael for your introduction. I truly appreciate it. I feel very blessed to have my beautiful children, their spouses, and my lovely grandchildren in my life. As I thought about what to say tonight, I reflected on my life and how I got to where I am today. Since I can remember, I always wanted to be a teacher. Although my parents were never able to attend college, they worked really hard to make sure their children had that opportunity. They taught my sisters and me that with hard work you could accomplish anything. They also taught us that we should be thankful for whatever it was that we had, and we should remember to pay forward to others, to serve our church and to serve our community in appreciation for the many blessings that we have been given. I hope that I have somehow set an example for my children as to how rewarding it can be to serve the community in which you live. I find that whenever I can do something to help somebody else, it's me who actually receives the joy. For the past 46 years, I've had the privilege of being an educator. Through my career as a teacher, a principal, an assistant superintendent, and superintendent, I hope that in some way I have made a small difference. If I have helped one child or one family within this community, then I feel that my time as an educator has been well spent. Beyond education, I have tried to give back to my community by participating in various organizations and activities that have touched my life and have had an impact on our youth. Some that are closest to my heart are the Cancer Society, since I lost both my husband and my father to cancer, and I am a 2-time cancer survivor. The Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Rotary, the Cumberland County Republican Organization, the Cumberland County Women's Hall of Fame Board, Rowan College of South Jersey Foundation Board, the Cumberland County Guidance Center. They're all very special to me, and I would like to thank those of you who are here tonight from those organizations. It means a lot to me. An additional part of my community service actually came about because of my late husband, Michael. Michael had a real love for politics. He served as president of our school board and later ran for county freeholder. Shortly after he passed away, I was asked to run for freeholder. Although politics was the furthest thing from my mind, I spoke to my family and I decided I would give it a try in hopes of fulfilling a dream that Michael never had the chance to obtain. I was truly blessed to serve as freeholder for 7 years. It was an amazing experience and I met many wonderful people. I will always be very grateful for that opportunity. I have always believed that regardless of party affiliation, once you are elected to office, you represent all people. I hope that I did that. I hope that I did that and that I was able to assist in accomplishing good things for the citizens of Cumberland County. As I stand here tonight, I hope that God will grant me the health and the strength to continue serving our community in whatever way I am able. Anything that I have accomplished was never done alone. It was only possible with the love and support of my family, my friends, and my co-workers. Although you bestow this recognition on me tonight, I share it with those in my life who have been there to support me along the way. My faith, my family, my friends are the things that get me through each day. I am so grateful for each of you, and I thank you for being a part of my life and for being here tonight to support me. In closing, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, for Gil, for Nancy, and for myself. I hope that you've all enjoyed the evening, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Wasn't that beautiful? That was. Let's have another round of applause for all three of them. But this is a little beautiful.
I said, get up. By the recognition and very honored. I was very surprised when I got the call. I thought maybe it was a mistake, but it makes me feel really good to be honored along with Gilbert and Nancy, and I want to congratulate both of them. They've done so much for our community, and to be recognized with them makes me feel very humble and very appreciative. Being involved in my community is something I've always done. I love it. It's just a part of who I am. I love Cumberland County, and I hope that in some way, through the things that I've done, I've been able to make a small difference for our community. It was a variety of things. I hope that I've been able to contribute through the various boards that I serve on, the organizations that I belong to. But I guess that, and even in public office, so I hope that I made a difference in some way. But I guess the biggest contribution would be my 46 years as an educator. That has truly been my life. As a teacher, as a principal, assistant superintendent, and superintendent. I believe our children are our future, and that I believe that they all have potential. And I hope that in my years that I've been able to show that to them, because when a child knows that you care about them, no matter how old they are, when they know you love them and you care, they will work very hard to please you and to do the best that they can to make you proud. So I hope that in some way during those years I've been able to help a child or a family, and if that happened, then I believe it was all worth it. Well, sometimes you hear, or oftentimes you hear, that Cumberland County is on the top of all the wrong lists. And that may be statistically, but I believe in Cumberland County. I love it here. This is my home. And I think we have so much good to offer. My hope is that we all work together to address any issues there are and try to improve our community to the very best of our ability. And I think one of the things that I hope for the most is that we can work together to encourage our young people, to encourage them to believe in the community and to get involved. And when they finish trade school or high school or college or whatever it may be, that they want to come back here or stay here and provide the skills that they have to all of us here in our own town, because they truly can make a difference. And I hope that we can work together to get them more actively involved. That's my hope for Cumberland County.
So, before we go on with the program, let me just make a quick announcement. When I was here a little while ago, I said if we could sell 7 more tickets, the winner would go home with $1,000. We are now up to the winner going home with over almost $1,200. And if anyone wants to run back there and buy a last minute ticket, we'd love to make that $1,250. So if 7 more tickets, we'll be $1,250. And the other thing is, if anyone saw something nice at the auction table and would like to put one last bid on it, we'd love to have you. It's all done? It's all done. So, Betty's revenge. So, Erin, you want to make some announcements? Oh, you know what? I did. If I can ask Nico to come up with we did have some proclamations. We didn't want to delay the program, so we thanked them kindly and asked them if we could just hand them out at the end. So we had Arlene Kilby from Senator Chester's acting. She was Senator Chester's acting chief of staff, and they were able to get a joint legislative resolution for each of our legends tonight from the state of New Jersey. We also have Cumberland County certificates of recognition for each of our recipients. And the city of Vineland also presented Mary Gruccio with a proclamation. So all of these will be handed to them. So congratulations. I was just thinking of things as we went around this evening. We're all here for different reasons, or some combination of reasons. Some of us came to support the awardees because we love them, we honor them, but other people came to support a great cause. And by doing that, whichever your reason was to come out tonight, or because you like the MC or whatever, like my wife did, by coming out here tonight, each of you is touching or going to touch many, many lives. And 2 favorite quotes of mine, one of them is from the good Lord: "Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, you do unto me." And the other one is St. Francis: "It is in giving that we receive." So Erin, take it away.
So I've got the the list of those for the silent auction baskets. The candles baskets, Demetra Todd. So if you, once I'm done, you can make yourself way in the back and then make payment. Cara and mine for the wine in the park. An array of 12 hardcover books went to Susan Sorrow. Assorted gift cards and lottery tickets went to Maria LaBoy. Assorted gift cards went to Betty DeMarco. That was the Carmelos and Green Olive. The Ocean City Coffee Company went to Diane Coleman. Baby Love Basket went to Diane Coleman. Happy Spring Cleaning, Diane. Custom Made Fishing Rod went to Bruce Peterson. Basket of Cheer and Gift Card went to Mr. Baptist. Experienced Christian Gift Card went to Bruccio. I Spy the World, Hans Lampart, sorry. And the Fender acoustic guitar.
You get to 609-501-5159.
Diane Coleman. And 3 photos by Gail Cheryl. Sure. Mary, can you pick the 50-50 for us? The 50-50 raffle.
I put that on my ticket.
So if you want to get your tickets signed?
The winner is going to get, I believe, $1,200. So,
Are we ready? Yes. I'm going to do all of the numbers just to be on the safe. So here it is. 481189.
Okay, so congratulations. Sorry for all of you that lost. You didn't get it. And before we leave tonight, I have one last video for you. And this is Gil and Betty wanted to do this before they lost their memory. The song stands for the memory. And Gil was Bob Hope who did that song.
Okay, I resurrected a song we first sang at our first Legends event. I've invited my better half Note to join me in the singing this song. Thanks for the memories of the Legends celebration. We're going to sing a song of dear Mary and Nancy. We love the good you've done. Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for the memories. Started by Complete Care to celebrate our honorees. Our very first selections, the Marino family. We praise them so much.
Thanks for the memories. Now, just a few years later, we've had Legends by the score, but this year's Lady Legends are among the best by far. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the memories. That other honoree named Gil had a somewhat misspent life. His main redemption now is his very patient wife. Oh, thank you so much, and God bless her so much.
Thanks for the memories. Now the best of our Complete Care. It's Family Foundation. It lifts the lives of mom and kids. And healthcare is its passion.
We admire you so much.
Thanks for the memories, all you folks dining here tonight. Thanks for your gifts this year. With all your generosity, we hold you near and dear. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to nominate that for an Oscar award. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would once again like to thank you for your kind and enthusiastic support, and to ask for another round of applause. Everyone is going to do this. And for all you've done for our community. Thank you, and hope to see you all at next year's 2024 Legends. Good night. God bless. Drive safely.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.